What's up, guys? Welcome to my movie review for Inception. So, uh, I think I like Inception a lot. I feel like the directing was like really good, and Christopher Nolan is like he's Christopher Nolan is like a relatively good director sometimes, but like Inception is definitely my favorite of his films, and like there were like a lot of cool things about the movie. Like I knew some people that got like the top and stuff, and I also kind of thought it was cool that I just thought it was really like artistic and like creative, the way everything was kind of put together and different lands and stuff. I thought all that was like very like unique style, and yeah, so like it was famous for the top, of course, and it was also there were a lot of like cool posters for it. Uh, Someone that I know also has up the poster for it, and I thought that Leonardo Dicaprio did a awesome job. So did Cillian Murphy and Tom Berenger. They played small parts in this. Joseph Gordon Levitt, him as well. Michael Caine played a small part. Michael Caine's so old now, but like he was a good so-called professor, and I think he was the professor, and he helped the Cobb, Mr. Cobb, find find like this girl that was university student who was good at architecturing, and because Cobb was being blocked by Maul who had died apparently, and it was like super unknown what happened, because like his kids would give him like phone calls and stuff, and then it was all like this was a very like strange story. Obviously, a lot of things really just they didn't make like a whole lot of sense. There would be like mirrors when you as soon as he like broke one of the mirrors, like it turned into a new land with a bunch of people walking around, and then it would show a couple of roads. Like there'd be these, it would show these cars driving down this road, and then there was a whole different land on like the top of the ceiling there. So it was like you got me here, and then pointed up there, and there's like cars and stuff driving around up there. So it's like I don't know how that's the case where it shows a different world upside down. But then again, it is a very weird story. And also there was a part where like the road ended, and then it kind of curved its way up. And it was kind of weird. They were like standing like this, and then they would walk up like that. And yeah, it is one strange story, I tell you, but it was really cool. And honestly, I feel like they did a good job. It was also very weird not knowing like what happened to Maul. So obviously she died, and we really just don't know what happened. We don't know much about the kids. Oh yeah, and there was like a hotel scene where they were like the gravity was being shut off and stuff or whatever, and then yeah, Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character, whatever, was sort of like sitting inside the room. Sorry, he was like trying to open the safe while everyone was kind of entering this world while they were like asleep. They were like sitting asleep in the Ford van. Uh, oh, and Tom Hardy was in it too. Yeah. Tom Hardy, uh, one of his few not so scary roles. Yeah, it was actually kind of interesting getting to learn all about that. And I also kind of feel like the persuasive image about all the dreams and stuff was kind of like sort of metaphorical, I guess you could say. And I feel like I kind of feel like my impression of this was that uh, they were all living like some kind of they all lived some kind of nightmares, and then the the thing was, the trick thing was about that something was happening and they couldn't wake up from their madness unless they died. So then that's also brought to me this thinking that maybe Christopher Nolan was trying to make something sort of conventionally established because of the way this all was kind of the way it was all kind of rounded with all the different cycles happening and all that. This is a very famous Leo DiCaprio movie. I feel like it's one of a kind, honestly. And even though it is really strange, I love the way that it's put together and stuff. And I kind of feel like the directing in this, the cast director was trying to make some really like unique ideas for a movie, and he came across something that would give off a large impression to those that liked scientifical things. So essentially the story was that they wanted you to try and figure out the stuff on your own, so that you basically are like sort of, you have to like investigate everyone's different lives in one by one, that's why this story may have been so hard to understand. Yeah, and also there's a quote said in the movie Inception, don't think about elephants. What do you think about? And then of course it says elephants, and he says, right, because that's not your idea, because you know I gave it to you. So he was trying to plant an idea in the guy's head when the Asian guy was like, what do you mean are you planting ideas in my head? And then Joseph Gordon Levitt's character gave off that example. So then you kind of get that idea that you get the idea that this thing was this thing is all about scientific explanatories. And honestly, I feel I can only agree to that. Yeah, so that's a famous quote in the movie, old expression. And yeah, I think that'll tie up for this movie review. And I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, Comment down below what you think or what you'd like me to do next. Please subscribe, of course. And, see you in the next one. Next video, guys. Choo!